Coming to you live from Todimu's apartment. It's the Viewing Center. I'm your host Tega, and obviously I'm joined by Todimu because she's hosting us today. Oris, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm great, Tega. I'm good. I'm excited. It's been a while. We shot a podcast and episode because lots of technical issues, but I'm happy that I'm excited that we're doing announce.
Todimu, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Tega. Obviously, it's been a while too, so I'm glad.
Yeah, thanks for hosting this, I guess.
You're welcome.
Yeah, for that.
Oris, how have you been since the last? It's been long though. It's like I think 2 weeks now, 2 weeks plus. Yeah.
Yes. I think it's been up to 2 weeks. I don't think it's been more, but I've been good. My younger brother came to see me at Ibadan, so he's been keeping me company, and it's just been endless amount of banters from.
That sounds like fun. I think you'll be spending your own money on taking care of him, I guess. So how are you coping financially with that burden?
It's to be honest, it's not so bad. It's actually easier because he has his small money, but I'm not really doing much now. It's just to make food. I cook normally for myself, so maybe I'll just add one or two extra.
Listen, I'll get money now with senior.
I'll just add one or two extra stuffs.
Let's start with the Champions League. Let's start with your favorite team, Barcelona. How did they fare against Manchester United? How did the game in general?
Well, it was a brilliant result. I thought it was an okay result. It wasn't the most typical Barcelona performance you get because there were a lot of complaints online from people. But considering the fact that we played 4-4 at Villarreal, a very tough game, and then we played the league decider against Atletico on Saturday, you get to now travel all the way to Old Trafford and come and play a ground we've never won on before. I think it was a brilliant result. 1-0 is not bad at all. You can always trust Barcelona to finish the job at Camp Nou because we limited Manchester United on the field. They had no shot on target. So from a Barcelona's point of view, the performance was not very great, but it was a brilliant result.
Yeah. What do you think? Because Man United celebrating the fact that Barcelona only scored one goal, didn't score. So is it like a thumbs down that I didn't score, or the Manchester United just played better than Barcelona?
Manchester not play better than Barcelona because from every indication, Manchester United did not dominate. They did not have possession. They did not have shots. Yeah. So I don't understand why they were happy or celebrating. It's obvious Messi had an assist. So the fact that I didn't score a goal does not mean it's actually impacts the game in any way, So I think Messi tried. The match was very, very, very great in the match. Not his normal game night, you understand, but it doesn't mean this score doesn't mean he have a great match.
Williams, what did you think about Smalling tackle on Messi? Like he wanted to knock off his nose or his whole face off.
That's some AJ shit there, some Anthony Joshua shit there. I think Smalling tried. Messi was quite quiet throughout the game. He tried. Yeah. Defensively, Manchester United were very good. Or will I say Barcelona were not so sharp, or they were tired, or they were fatigued. But it was both teams. If I was beginning to think that if Man had better players, I think they would have actually fought that game to either get a goal or won't win. But then excuse me, had your time. But then again, there is a second leg. They've seen their lapses. But with Man, you beat Barcelona at the Camp Nou. That's just my biggest. I have so many question marks there because even if they had gotten a goal at home, and gone there, it's not a different scenario. But then again, they are all the fans have spoken with. They are like, if we did it against PSG, we can do it against Barcelona. They have this
a great track record.
Can do it.
It's something Oris called Miracle FC. Oris wants to say something. So Oris, continue what you want to say.
I felt like Barcelona's gameplay. The reports that we are getting is that he was unable to see. And if you watch it, you will see clearly that he was not just his normal self. He wasn't operating at near, you understand? So considering that it was a good performance, and then them saying they will come to Camp Nou and come and perform another miracle, you can only subscribe to one miracle in the Champions League season once in the campaign. Ask Barcelona when we did it against PSG, it's over to Juventus 3-0. What happened when they came to Camp Nou? You can't do it. It doesn't happen. That Messi is rested. Suarez weekend, they rested literally all their players. You get meanwhile, Manchester United was still locked in the top 4 battle against West Ham. They played literally most of their players, apart from McTominay, who was very brilliant against Barcelona. So they now have to travel back. It is not going to happen. It's impossible.
My drawback now is that Barca also have defensive issues. We saw that last year with Roma, when Roma had their own kind of miracle against Barcelona. So defensively, do you think Barca can just shut that down when they're in the Camp Nou? Because Man United will be expecting that miracle.
I don't think that's Barcelona's style of play. Looking at our defenders right now, I don't think that would be the best option.
Yeah. Tega.
Yeah.
Barcelona's, if we're being very serious, and I've been saying it for a long time, Barcelona's defending has improved. That's one thing I can thank Valverde for. In other years, I would have been afraid that Barcelona were going to chip in one goal against Manchester United, but in that game, I was not even afraid at all because they have been so good. Then especially when Gerard Piqué is playing, and we all know how much of a brilliant season he's having. The game against Manchester United on Tuesday, it's not going to be close. It's not going to be near. We're not going to. It's going to be a thumping, Tega. It's going to be.
Hopefully,
there's no hopefully. They are all rested. You know the kind of look at the past results or look at performances that Barcelona do when they play at Camp Nou. If you check our Copa del Rey this season, we lost to Sevilla, we lost to Espanyol. We can lose to you in your home, but when you come to the new camp, happening. You can't. Even the year Chelsea beat Barca, they didn't win them. It was a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw.
Even Roma didn't win us last year.
Even Roma didn't win us last year. Now PSG, even Real Madrid. So, guy, it's not happening. Plus, I watched Manchester United's game against West Ham. They were very good.
It was terrible.
It wasn't spectacular at all.
Let's talk about another team that played that same night. Let's talk about Juventus versus Ajax, and with Messi not turning up for Barcelona in terms of his normal standard, we saw Ronaldo score a very good goal for Juventus. Oris, Williams, how did you feel about Juventus' performance against Ajax as a whole?
Boy, did you see that flying header? Oh my goodness! Did you see the precision? Oh no, that is something else. See,
it was poor goalkeeping from the goalkeeper.
Talking of goalkeepers, they are the poorest goalkeepers are in Spain, please. We saw the one that was trying to chip the goalkeeper from outside the 18, and keeper was on the line. Please, let's not talk about goalkeeping errors. Back to the Juventus issue.
Yeah,
Juventus they played well. I think they were very conservative in that match. They were afraid that maybe what happened to Real Madrid might happen to them.
Yes.
So they were playing a very conservative style of football, which was expected, and it's good they got the goal. But then again, the defending wasn't so great. So I pray the second leg, I just pray they don't go there with that amount of fear. And this Ajax team, I think they are very good. I've been need to read them.
Yeah, I think they have nothing to lose. That's why they just keep on. They play the way they play because people expect them to lose already. So they can go out and attack.
They have this collection of young stars and vibrant young boys. It's really nice. I enjoyed the game. And Madrid is lucky that Ronaldo came today. Really, Juventus, sorry, because that team really lacks. There's this no big figure again. See, Dybala has.
This season has been
very poor.
Is it declining? I don't know. Dybala used to be one of the most talked about next rated footballers.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, it's just. But it's okay.
Oris, what do you think about the game? Because I know you are on the fence with when it comes to any Ronaldo's kind of. What did you think about Juventus game as a whole against Ajax?
No, to be honest, the goal from Ronaldo is just a typical Ronaldo's goal. The way he passed the ball and the way he just made the way for the box, so brilliant header. But I felt the goalkeeper should have saved the ball. Notwithstanding, the only difference between Juventus being out of this competition and them being in the competition is Ronaldo. He's the only one carrying them literally single-handedly.
Yeah,
I felt Ajax played very well. I felt they were the better team. They had more chances. They were not just as clinical as you would think. But credit to them, because if you are told anybody that they were going to draw with Juventus at their home, a lot of people will not believe. They are playing brilliant football, and in it's arguable, but I feel that like they are the best footballing team in the competition because they play amazing sort of football. So let's just hope that they can go over to Turin and just bring a surprise. But it's looking unlikely because
I'm seeing the Barcelona final.
Yeah,
that's the Juventus Barcelona final.
That's what everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see Ronaldo and Messi again
in the same final. Ori said something about they only have one miracle in, like you only can only subscribe for one miracle in the Champions League. So Todimu is having another kind of miracle because they've already beaten Real Madrid. So do you think they can replicate that performance when they go to Juventus Stadium?
I don't think so. Going to Turin and then beating Juve, I don't think so. They may have a very great game. They may even score, but I don't see them advancing. I don't.
Talking about a team that is almost certain to advance now, that's Liverpool. They played Porto, and it was kind of the easiest game. I'll say the most straightforward game of the whole round. So, what do you think about Liverpool's chances of winning? Because I know for me, I feel they're in the semi-final already. What do you think about their chances? Because last year they were in the final. Can they do it better this season by winning?
Well, I feel like definitely they are going to go through. They beat Porto 2-0, piece of cake. It was a very easy game, very professional performance from Liverpool. If they go through like we're expecting them to do so, they are going to play Barcelona. And I'm sorry, but I don't just see them beating Barcelona. But that's story for another day. But for against Porto, I think they're true already. I think they will just have too much firepower for Porto.
Williamson, the one noise when Ori said they can't beat Liverpool can't beat Barca. Do you have like a contrary opinion to that?
Yeah, football is not judged on paper. Liverpool can beat Barca. Liverpool can beat Barca. Well, I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting encounter. A lot of counter-attacking and attacking.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I don't know. I don't really. You can't bet against Messi.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's a difficult one to call. But me being a Barcelona fan, I'm going to go with Barcelona. But seriously, it's going to be interesting. Very, very difficult.
It's just like saying the Liverpool beat Juventus. And you know Ronaldo is going to play. Ronaldo will do something. Even though he gets one penalty or he gets one free header, a goal must surely come. I will change that.
You get so. But I just feel. Plus the fact that Barcelona have wrapped up their league title almost.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Because Liverpool don't have that
luxury yet.
Pin people in the Premier League just focus on.
But this Liverpool side players. So I'm looking at their squad. They just attacks and back defense. There's no midfield. There's of players.
Okay, Tega.
Yeah.
We're shocked. The result that a lot of us were shocked about was the Tottenham game, and I know Williams is a very big advocate for Tottenham.
Yes. Yeah, so I was going to talk about that game last, and obviously because I think, in my opinion, Guardiola was happy with losing 1-0 because the way they normally play. I think they were sent to the field to be cautious, don't concede too many goals. Like I think they had this like flashback to the capitulation they had with Liverpool last season when they lost embarrassingly. So I think Guardiola was, in my opinion, I think Man City were like, let's not concede the loss. So when we go home, we can finish off the game. That's how I felt about the whole game per se, because Man City did not perform well. What do you think about it, Oris?
I think you're right. I feel if you go through the records, if you go through Guardiola's records, he has a very, very terrible away records. Yeah. So I felt that was playing on his mind. Last season he lost the tie in a space of 15 minutes against Liverpool.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that was the entire problem.
You get,
yeah.
He dropped De Bruyne.
Yeah, I was surprised. Why?
On typical Guardiola performance, but I felt is what he has to do, because when you play away from Champions League, it's a very different scenario. You're not playing in the Premier League, so anything can happen. We all know how brilliant Tottenham can be when everything. Plus, they have a new stadium now with new atmosphere and everything. So I conservative, they need to be reserved, just like the way they played against Liverpool in the league at Anfield. So I felt that's what he wanted to do. Plus, everything would have changed if Aguero scored that penalty. But
everything would have changed. Yes.
Yeah, but still on still, I see them going through at home. I still see them. I don't.
Yeah.
Injury to Harry Kane is also a plus for them.
Yeah. The problem I see with Tottenham is the fact that Man City can obviously play much better than they did, but Tottenham, with missing Harry Kane, and they will have to be defending for the whole 90 minutes because they are away from home and they are trying to protect their one goal lead. Yeah. So I think that's where Tottenham's drawback will be, in the sense that they are defending for 90 minutes and they don't have Harry Kane who can produce one spectacular goal, one spectacular moment for them. Williams, do you feel Tottenham can pull through with this, because they're already leading 1-0?
Yeah, I think they can. But I don't want them to go there and sit back and try and defend, though.
Yeah,
they should come out and play their normal football. Just try and get another goal and try and get it early, so that at least to calm the nerves of their players. But man, it's sad that Harry Kane, their marksman, is out. But nevertheless, injuries happen in football, and they should try and just put their head in the game and try and come out with a good performance. Plus, Tega, very quickly.
Yeah. If we're being honest, Tottenham play better when Harry Kane is not on the pitch. It's a very unpopular opinion, but it's true, because
I don't know
their form. If you look at their form this
season,
yeah.
No, I'm not, and it's not just.
I don't think so. I feel they have more spaces, because they don't try to channel all their movement through Harry Kane. It doesn't necessarily mean they play better, but they have.
Okay, but they have the results to show for it. They have the results to show that. Okay, listen. Exactly. They have the results to show for it that, okay, without Harry Kane, we can.
Yeah.
I think they've lost only like 2-3 games without him, and they played a lot of games without him. So. It's not really. It's a negative in a way, but it's also a blessing in disguise, because when he came back this season, he was the only one scoring for them. They were not scoring any goals, and they were losing. He gets up until the game against Crystal Palace, where they won 2-0, and the game against Man City. So, but to be honest, I don't even know who I want to. I want Man City to progress, but to play against Juventus and Ronaldo. So anybody for me. That's what.
Okay. Todimu, do you see an English team winning? I know you normally you support Barcelona, but do you see an English team actually? Because all the English teams we are going to have at least one English team, at least two English teams. Two English teams. Because Liverpool is obviously true.
Does that English team stuff still count? That if one of them wins the title, 5 teams will qualify for the Champions League?
It's possible. It's possible. It depends on the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the rules. And if an English team wins the Europa League, so we are going to have at least 5 teams already.
That's the more reliable. The Europa League. If an English team wins the Europa League, I think that's the more reliable way they could have 5 teams.
All right. So let's briefly touch on the Europa League, Chelsea and Arsenal. And you see both of them missing the final because Arsenal, I was surprised at Arsenal's performance.
So surprised.
Against Napoli.
I was expecting Napoli to actually pull through, or maybe at least a draw. But then the first minute, like the first goal came in, like Ramsey again, the second goal, like it was so unexpected.
I was surprised. Another reason I was surprised was Napoli. Their performance was just they didn't play like a team that are second in the Serie A. So I was just surprised about the whole thing. And Arsenal's performance too was very good.
Tega, if you watch Napoli this season, you will see that they are not all that. And I said it. I think Williams and I said it that Arsenal will beat Napoli. If not for one or two things, if not for Arsenal's, I don't even know what to put it. The game should be over. The scoreline should be rating 5-0 or 6-0 because they missed lots of chances.
Yeah.
And I was not in the list because we all know Arsenal have recorded, I think, 12 consecutive. That time they faced Manchester United, they faced Chelsea, they faced now Napoli. So I don't think Napoli was going to be an issue. So the big issue now is their away form and their away performance at Napoli Stadium on Thursday. Yeah. Just they're able to hold it. They just need to get a goal, and I think the tie is going to be over. I told you before. William said it that Arsenal are going to go through. You guys just underrate us so much.
Yeah, Williams, do you think Arsenal can fix that away form?
That was my fear initially. I just felt we should have gotten more goals.
Yes,
when we had this chance, but that's notwithstanding, I think we can do it in Naples. We can.
Yeah.
And Napoli, they are not all that. Like they play, maybe they were just having a bad day.
They were not just having a bad day. I watched lots. They put it like that on their league games. They drew lots of draws. How many points are they behind Juventus? Over 18, I'll be 20 points. They are just
no team can tackle Juventus in that league. So
yes, but the gap should not be that much.
Yeah.
The distance between both teams is outrageous.
I think they are missing Sarri. The Sarri ball effect. They are missing Sarri. Without Sarri, they are nothing.
Some people said Ancelotti is a backward appointment. I can't really.
He's a good coach. He can really try his best. I
think if you want to win a league, if you want to compete against Juventus in a league situation, I think yes, it is a backward up because he has a brilliant career, one of the best coaches in the world. He has 3 Champions League trophies. He has just 3 league titles in his career.
Yeah,
you get so. It's very questionable. And
but for me, Ancelotti, for the 3 league titles he has won, like they were impressive records. The ones with AC Milan, especially the one with Chelsea, was like most goals, lots of goals, lots of points and everything. So I feel
consistency with
coach is just, let's say, it's aging in
the coaching since 1990s. Calculate how many 21 or more than that, but just 3. So which means in every other league this thing is failing.
Yeah, I get your point. I just see your point. Chelsea and Slavia Prague. It was 1-0 to Chelsea. I think it was a tight game because Slavia Prague. I think they attacked. But in the first half they were more defensive and everything. But in the second half they tried to attack, and Kepa actually had to build out with some a couple of world class saves that were made in that game. Obviously, I think Chelsea is true because they have an away goal now and they are going to Stamford Bridge. And I don't see Chelsea going bad and losing in Stamford Bridge. So I feel in the semi-final they will need to just be watching out for these Spanish teams because they're kind of difficult. I think they play. Is it not Villarreal, I guess, or Valencia, one of them.
Valencia.
So
these Spanish teams always give English teams problems. I don't know why. Maurice, you know why this is English and Spanish teams? Although English league is the best league, but when English teams play Spanish, there's just
your English league, in your opinion, is the best league. Is a flawed sense of
That's not how the argument.
Because see, Tega, see. See, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The Premier League is a good league, a very competitive league. So, okay. So why is it that you are not able to beat these so-called farmers or so-called lesser?
Exactly.
That was the point.
Champions League.
That was the point. That was the point I was.
Yes. So what do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
I have no idea. William, do you know what the problem is here in that situation?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we is it underrated now? Most of the Spanish
it's overrated.
A lot. We overrate. I don't really know the word.
The Premier League. That's the right word. You guys
yes, the Premier League. The Premier League is quite overrated because you will see that your big team Man City now can go and lose to Real Betis, and everybody will like why? But actually, those small teams they are really doing a lot. You could see what's the name of this team that Iago Aspas is playing for?
Celta Vigo.
Did you see how they've been fighting for relegation over the past how many weeks? And how he what did he do again? They offered him a huge amount of money to go to China.
Yeah.
He declined the money and said he was going to fight for them. Came back from injury. Yeah. And he has moved them from 20th to like 15th or so.
Yeah.
You can't see that in the Premier League. Before the season will end, the player has already told you he's leaving. Ichi Shaqiri is leaving.
Yeah.
He's leaving and all that. So I think you guys overhype this Spanish this APL a lot. These Spanish teams, they're actually good. They're trying.
Okay. Tega, let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is that the Premier League, yes, is interesting. Has so much packaging and so much good media press and good commentators. So when you look at when you sit down in front of the television to watch a La Liga game, you look at the commentators, you look at the setting, the packaging. It doesn't look interesting to watch. So mentally, you guys think that La Liga only Barcelona and Real Madrid are there. True, they are the only ones that can compete for the. But if you watch their gameplay, if you watch their football, it's very, very interesting to be. Because in the Premier League, you guys don't have. I was watching West Ham play against Manchester United yesterday. The only thing they were doing was crossing. That's the only thing Premier League. That's the only form of.
But that's like their own gameplay now. Because Manchester City
crossing
has their own kind of. Every team has their own kind of gameplay.
Crossing and pace. You guys like physical football. You guys prefer physical football.
Yeah,
in Spain, there are lots of technically gifted players.
Individually, and collectively as a team.
Yeah.
Yes, if you watch the way they play football, it's better than the way most of in my opinion, the only good are Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham and Arsenal. The rest of them just
Arsenal is it the Arsenal that is swift or the Arsenal that what Arsenal is
team in the world.
If you mention Man City, I'll agree with you. If you mention Liverpool, I will actually agree.
Arsenal will beat any team.
Arsenal will beat any team in the world at the Emirates.
Same thing with Chelsea. I can say the same thing with
which ball? With Tizi or sorry ball, Gary ball.
No, but Chelsea go ahead to face. If Chelsea go ahead to face one of those Spanish teams, it's not going to be as straightforward. I see them winning because last season, Sevilla knocked Manchester United out. The season before that, Celta Vigo were so close to knocking Manchester United from the Europa League.
Yeah.
So when you go and play Valencia, Barcelona have played Valencia this season 2 times home and they've not been able to win them. Even though they made it in Spanish in the Copa del Rey Cup. So you guys should better buckle up.
All right. Williams, do you have any short stories for us on time?
I don't know. I'm
Game of Trust.
Really. Okay, yes.
I don't know.
I know. Okay, Todimu is screaming.
I would like to say that I'm one of the few people that is not. I don't know what the hype is. If I'm making it look like a rapture, you guys need to calm down or something. I'm not that speedy. The way everybody, anywhere you go in a Game of Trust, Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, everyone inside group chats. I'm tired really.
Because winter is coming, and
you guys not take your presidential election this seriously.
See,
yes,
Game of Thrones is the biggest. When I mean biggest, in terms of biggest in every sense of the word, movie to come out of the world. Let me put it. I don't know if that's correct, but it's big in terms of commercial value. In terms of
series.
Yes, biggest series to come. In terms, biggest television, biggest everything. I feel
it's not bigger than the Avengers now. In terms of TV series, yes, but movie as a whole. No.
But the hype is more.
Yeah, the hype is good.
There's nobody. Even Donald Trump is anticipating Game of Thrones. Donald Trump is watching Game of Obama, the Russian president. Every corner of the world is looking forward to Game of Thrones, and really is worth it because the story is out of this world. I most of the times I wonder how one person sits down to think about something like that. Guy,
the episode that came out is not the real episode of what the one they are saying the story so far. What's that one? It's not the episode.
I feel it's like a recap of season 1, season 2. They did it for season 7. For season 7
like,
came up. Yeah.
I have it on my laptop. It's like an hour 30 minutes. Yeah.
Where do you get it?
O2 on O2.
Yeah, it's like they did for season 7 when season 7 was about
like an hour 30 minutes whole.
Yeah.
So it's just a recap.
Yeah, it should be because they had the same thing for season 7.
And rightly so, because you need to refresh your memory about what you're expecting. It's so big. I'm sick. I'm Game of Thrones sick. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, so for the few people that do not watch Game of Thrones, including Todimu, I'm so sorry about this segment. I think the show starts by on HBO by 2 a.m. It's by 2 a.m. so you can watch it. So if you,
Nigerian time.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. on 2 a.m. That's early hours of Monday morning. So if you have HBO, you can stream it online. I think it's also on DSTV too. I think DSTV will show it live on some other.
Where will you download it from, Tega?
You can download it on TFPDL. How early does the download come up for? For season 7 that I could remember, they released it almost like 30 minutes because every site now knows every like downloading site knows what Thrones is out, and everybody wants to be their site to be like the site that is the go-to for Game of Thrones. For season 7, I was always using TFP, and it was always very fast. Once it's out in 30 minutes. They've released 720p version, 1080p, 480p. Like
I need the clearest, and I need the subtitles too. I'm sure I'm going to stay awake. I won't sleep until I've seen it.
Don't sleep for the week.
Make sure you stay off Twitter too, because that's what I do for every show.
Exactly. I think by 8 o'clock this evening, I'm going to log out of Twitter, and I think I'm going to put off my data until I've seen it.
For every show I watch, I always do that. For like if I'm watching Survivor, I make sure
because those American Twitter get to see it by 9 today.
Yeah, but they get to on Nigerian time is by 2, so when your American time is 9 in the evening,
9 p.m.
time is 2 in the morning.
So if somebody in America can decide to just tweet a spoiler and it's going to spread around, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
I've already muted most of the keywords on it. Jon Snow, Arya Stark, I've muted it on Twitter because I don't want to make mistake.
Game of Thrones is trending. You have to mute all your friends as well.
I've blocked it.
Finally on today's episode, let's predict. Who do you think is who do you think after the end of the whole season? Who do you think is sitting on the Iron Throne?
Tyrion. I'll go for Tyrion.
Okay, Edmund, who do you think sits on the Iron Throne at the end of the season?
I think that's Williams. Williams Storm. I said Tyrion.
Okay, you said Tyrion. Okay.
Yeah.
Williams.
Who do I think? I think I go with Edmund too because I think everybody's going to be king and queen in their individual places. Yeah. Jon will be king in North. Daenerys will rule, and she will just put all her people in different places. That's what I think will happen at the end of the day. That's if they don't die.
I think Daenerys will die. I think Sansa will rule Winterfell. I think she will be the king in the north. I think she's deserved it. But I think I don't know, for some reason I just see Tyrion being the one to rule because he's the wisest, and I feel the producers want to just give us one kind of.
I don't feel the ending will be satisfying. It will be emotional, but I don't feel it will be like what everybody wants to see happen will happen.
I think the producers have said it's going to be bittersweet. It's going to be. A lot of people are going to be happy. A lot of people are going to be sad. Everybody's not going to be satisfied. So
no prediction yet.
What do you think?
I feel it might be nobody exactly. But if I'm going to pick someone, I might pick lady that little girl. What's her name? Is it Momot? The little girl, the little queen.
Are you serious?
I'm disappointed. I was
it will be shocking. That's just the point. But
it will be shocking. I think that's a nice tweet. I've never thought of that. It could happen.
It could happen.
She's a powerful force.
And she's very clean.
Todimu, what do you think?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
How's that Sinodoi?
That's why I'm quiet. I have no idea.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining me on the podcast. I really appreciate it. Oris, thanks.
Thank you.
Where can we catch you online on your antics?
You can always go to my Twitter page. I'm always active there, saying lots of BS. Edmund
Williams, where can we catch you online and your relationship trouble?
I think that's why I say almost all my anything I say on Twitter is true.
Yeah.
It's number 90%.
I know that. I know.
So that's where I go out to say a lot. I think that's my safe space. So you can catch me on Twitter at Williams, or you just search Fibonacci.
Yeah.
Or you go on Instagram at Williams_114. Or you can just give them my number again. Only girls in free. Thanks for hosting.